What is up, world, or just anybody who happens to be watching this? I am TLC 365. That is actually my initials, is TLC, which is why I chose that handle. And can mean a lot of things. Tender love and care. Hell, you could put anything to that. But kind of a little bit about me and what I'm going to try to do with these videos is provide a little bit of insight into my life, and a little bit about that would be, I've from an adolescent all the way into adulthood, I've dealt with addiction. I've dealt with anxiety, depression, severe depression, insomnia, a lot of things like that, and like to shed a little light onto those things and kind of share with people, stories and some things to possibly help get through, some of those times in life. A couple of the other things about me is, I love the gym, love to exercise. I'm a huge sneakerhead, so you might see videos on some of that stuff on here as well. I'm a gun enthusiast, and so many other things that go along with life. But yeah, so this is my my first video, a little introduction, to kind of give you an idea of what I hope to accomplish. I actually kind of want to do this too as a somewhat of a journal for myself, for some personal growth. A lot of the times with some of the stuff that I've mentioned, especially as a male, we tend to push a lot of that stuff down. We don't want to talk about it, or we stuff our feelings, and obviously that's not a very healthy way to deal with anxiety, depression, addiction, any childhood traumas or life traumas. That being said, I just wanted to start this year off and do something a little bit different. Last year or so have been pretty rough for me. Last year I was severely depressed most of the year. The only time I found solitude in that, or was able to kind of get through it, was with exercise. Obviously, with my past, I was a personal trainer for many years, and so I know that helps. But sometimes when you're in the thick of it, you just can't get yourself to do it. So just taking that first step is super duper important, right? So this is my first video. This is kind of the first step. I'm kind of putting myself out there. I have no idea if there's going to be any response, if anybody cares, if anybody wants to hear about this type of stuff or discuss it. But I feel it's extremely important to talk about and to discuss, and that's why I kind of decided to pull the trigger finally. It wasn't so much deciding as it was just doing it. Not really caring what people think, or about the backlash, if any, but just kind of putting it out there. It might help somebody. It might, it might do that, and that's the hope that I have. And it's actually helping me to discuss it out loud. A lot of things that I tend to do when I'm severely depressed or anxious is I, completely block myself off from anybody. That includes family, friends, all that. So, and when I do that, or when you do that, if you do that as well, it just makes it that much harder to get past what you're going through. Everybody needs some alone time, and you can't really live your life constantly being around other people. You're going to be alone sometimes. Some people hate that, some people like it. But when you're kind of really depressed, or at least for me, when I'm really depressed, I totally just block everybody else out. I don't answer phone calls. I'll only text message. And all it's really doing is hindering me, right? It's not helping me in any way. And you know, it's just really tough to break through that. It's very easy on the outside looking in or looking back, you know, hindsight's 2020. It's extremely easy to look at it and go, well, you should have just, you know, reached out, or you should have started sooner, or, you know, whatever. But you can't do that. I can't live my life in the past, and I can't live my life in the future. All I can really do is live for today. I heard a great quote. I don't know who said it first. It was a guy named Rob O'Neill. He's a SEAL team guy. Pretty famous. I'm sure everybody, or a lot of people, have heard of him. But he was saying in something that I watched about just don't quit today, right? Quit tomorrow. And if you continually do that, right, you just never quit. You know, you just keep going. So as long as you don't give up right now, and put it into your head, you know, you're real depressed, right? You can't seem to do anything. You're thinking possible suicidal thoughts, something like that. As long as you put it off till tomorrow and live today, you have a chance, right? Because as soon as you give up, there's no more chances. It's not like video games where you can, you know, give in or kind of give up and then you get a second life or whatever. I think that's really easy to say, but a lot of people don't really take that to heart. You know, especially when you're going through some of those moments, you don't really think about, it's not so much as you're thinking about tomorrow or whatever. You're just trying to stop what's going on in your head at that time, for the most part. And when you do possibly take your own life, yeah, you're going to stop what's going on in your head at the time, but you're also stopping anything else that could have ever happened in your life. And you're affecting a lot of people around you as much as you don't think so. You know, like I said, for these past couple of years, I've been going through it pretty rough, and I've kind of, like I said, I kind of distance myself from a lot of people who love and care about me, and then I kind of blame it on them for not reaching out to me, and it kind of creates a cycle where I just keep pushing away until I find myself sitting alone, with absolutely nobody to call, nobody to reach out to, in my head, right? So, you know, I could probably reach out to a lot of people, but in my head, I'm thinking, well, I haven't talked to this person in so long, and they haven't reached out to me. So, and it just kind of multiplies upon itself. It's like a snowball. And it gets more and more intense and, you know, continues on down the hill, right? The only way to stop it is just to stop it, to reach out, and there's many ways of doing that, right? You can shoot a text message to a few people, or you can call somebody that you know is going to answer, or something like that. You know, if you have a one family member who you know you can talk to about anything, whether they're a cousin, uncle, whatever, niece, nephew, it doesn't matter. Just to call that one person and just talk to them. It doesn't even have to be about yourself. Most of the time I find that when I do something like that and reach out, talking to somebody about something else, something other than what's going on inside my head, yeah, it's good to get that stuff out, but it's so beneficial to listen to somebody else's problems. for you personally, for me personally. It's extremely beneficial just to talk to somebody about what's going on in their life, and for that brief conversation, however long it is. Now I'm not thinking about myself. It kind of gets me away from my personal stuff for however long, and it's just so beneficial. I can't even explain how beneficial it is, because you're not constantly just dwelling on that same stuff that's going on in your head, all that negative thoughts and stuff that just swells up in there. Just do it. If you're having a bad day, just reach out, send a text message, call somebody, write an email, post something on social media. Social media is huge, and you never know who's going to respond to that. You might post something on social media, and somebody that who follows you or whatever might be going through something terrible too, and they might call you up out of the blue because of that message, and hell, it could change your entire perspective. That's just a great way to get out of yourself, right? Another way would be to volunteer, right? There is so many organizations across every state that need volunteers. One of the biggest ones would be the VA. I mean, there's so many veterans that we lost throughout the 20 years of the Iraq-Afghanistan conflict that have come home. It's in the 100,000s of men and women who have come home, and they didn't get hurt or killed in action, but they came home and took their own lives. And I can't even explain. I mean, I don't even know how to talk about that. I mean, it's awful. And to think that possibly one of them, if not more, could have been saved by somebody just volunteering at the VA or any type of other veteran organization to talk to these guys or do something with them, guys and gals, and save their life. It's beyond words. And not just that, but there's suicide hotlines. It doesn't have to be just veterans. The ASPCA, any type of animal shelter, just going and hanging out with the animals. Again, these are all things that are just going to get you out of yourself. So you're not thinking about what's going on in your head, and super beneficial to do that. Like I've said, some of these other problems out in the world, when you put them next to your problems, it not to say that you have to, it's not a contest, but it just puts things into perspective, right? If you're donating your time at a suicide hotline or something along those lines, and maybe you're just have light depression or whatever, and you're talking to these people that are thinking about ending it, it kind of puts it in perspective for you, right? They're literally right on the edge, and you might just be having a bad month or something, but it's going to help put that perspective into your head, right? Something to think about. So not only that, there's tons of other organizations, like I said, ASPCA, any type of animal organization I'm all for. I'm a huge animal lover, and it does wonders. If you're someone like myself who deals with with addiction, there's so many insert letter A, AA, NA, you name it, they have it. right? An anonymous group. So, you know, going to those meetings is huge. The camaraderie, again, listening to somebody else's story gets you outside of your head. And, you know, just talking about stuff, just it relieves a weight, right? And it's anonymous, so you can just go to a group that somewhere near you. You don't have to know the people. Sometimes it's better if you don't know the people, you know, and you could talk to them about whatever's going on with you in relation to addiction, or you know, within any of the parameters, right? There's so many addictions. You can literally get addicted to anything. But again, super beneficial. Another thing that I like to do is journal. Just writing some stuff down. Yeah, I don't probably do it as much as I should. But again, which is why I want to start these videos this year, is it's kind of like a live journal. And it gets, again, same idea, gets me out of my head, helps me to kind of put things into perspective, right? Makes me so that I don't feel alone. Because that's one of the biggest things, is that when I do isolate myself so much, I feel completely alone. Like nobody in the world can understand what I'm going through. When in reality, that is 100% not true. There's so many people that are going through the exact same thing right now, or extremely similar circumstances. And I don't need to be isolated, or I don't need to isolate myself. And so I'm in hopes that this video kind of gives you an idea of what I want to do, what I hope to do. You know, I want to continue making videos or making content. I know a lot of stuff I talked about was probably pretty more on the deep side. Again, you know, I have a lot of other interests and things like that that I hope to kind of sprinkle into videos and stuff like that, and a lot of friends who might possibly want to be on camera with me, or talk about some of these issues. And I hope to continue and progress and provide some sort of content, or you know, if I can help one person, you know, if I can help me, you know, that's, if I make a bunch of videos, no one ever watches them, but I made them all and I feel a little bit better after each one, hey, that's a win, right? Or if one person watches them all and follows them all and, you know, gets better or feels better or whatever for that day. Like I said, you know, don't quit today, quit tomorrow. You know, watch a video. Doesn't have to be me. You don't have to talk to me. You can, I'm here. You can message me, you can, whatever. I'll try to, you know, respond as best I can. Yeah, so happy 2023 to everyone, anyone, the world. I just want to spread some, you know, some peace, some love, some knowledge, you know, all that good stuff, and provide a little insight into some of the bad stuff. Yeah, because some people don't know. I don't know how they don't know, but they're just oblivious to all the people that suffer from, you know, some of these mental illnesses or mental ailments, you know, depression, anxiety, addiction. All these things are real. And in this day and age, it's extremely important to talk about them. You know, I'm tired of stuffing, all right? I want to open up and let some stuff out. So again, thanks for watching. If you did, I'll provide hopefully another video super soon, talk about whatever topic at that moment. Hey, See you guys later. Everybody have a great day. Enjoy 2023 thus far. Peace.